Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of Smith of the Black Channel here at Ticker Talker with the Strat Time Report and certain things you want to know about on a day like today. So if we go to the SPY, here, look at this, right, upper left, right, complete inside day. We are nowhere near taking out yesterday's range. That's something you'd want to know about, right, because we're also, if you go to the upper middle, an inside week, right, and all we're doing is coming back and testing the opening, right, so we've known about this nothingness in the SPY monthly. It's doing nothing. Right? It's just slightly green. And so we can expect chop back and forth. And so if you're going to do anything in here, you'll notice here, lower left. We gap up a little bit, into the inside day. Two up. We took out the previous high. Then tried to come down and take it out. But we can expect reversals back and forth because it's consolidating, right? By definition, an inside bar is consolidation, right? So you can expect the chop back and forth. So if you're going to do anything, you wait until right here. Just two down, two back up here, right? And back up. Then you're going to protect this and take that, right? Just because it's in general doing nothing. So now you got a new 60-minute bar where we can expect going back and forth, and it would give you the SPY because if you look at QQQ, let me see something different, right? Q's took out yesterday's highs but are red, and then inside on the 60-minute here, right? So we want to see what either side of this 60 for the rest of the day is going to get my attention. If you go to a 15-minute, you're going to see this. Here's your 15-minute broadening formation. Now, so far, the Qs were too strong to come out and take this out, right? That's a good thing, and you get your inside 60. But we want to watch either side of that. But once again, you're still inside weak upper middle for the QQQ, right? So that's a problem, right? So it's only Tuesday, right? So that can change, but you want to be aware of something like that. If we go to, let's see, write this down. If you go to the diamonds, once again, look at this daily, upper left, inside day, middle of the range, doing nothing. These things are doing nothing, right? So expect to get chopped up if you're going to try and trade the broader averages, right? If you go to small cappers, here, a little better. It's closer to not being an inside day, right? And taking out the weekly up into here and more bright green here. So the small capper is doing much better as relatively to all the other things. All right, watching this new 60. So one of the good things was we had a standout sector, right? So when you're looking at all your stocks, you want to see if there's any standout sectors that are doing something. Solar, JKS. Right, so JKS, one of the good things about JKS, JK Solar here, albeit inside week, that's true, right? And yesterday it was taking out last month's lows in the lower middle for an inside down month. The good thing about something like this is we were willing to go either way on this, right? Upper left, you're going to see the inside day coming after a lower low, right? So it's either a pivot machine gun back and through the broadening formation it goes, or measured move down inside bar and take out and reconfirm this monthly in the lower middle, right? That's not what happened. Didn't gap either. This thing just opened and just started blasting. So the good thing about that was that it brings our attention to the other ones. SunPower, SPWR. Here, you'll notice here in the upper left, inside day to the upside, which triggers here, upper middle, inside weak to the upside. That's still good. Now it's going into the highs. That's exhaustion risk, but we got a nice run out of it. If you go down to your 30, you're going to see this as an inside 30. Is this something we look for? It is. The inside 30 comes down, goes back up, Momo hammer, and bam. Anybody who stayed short through here thinking this thing's going to roll over, got it handed to them right here. CSIQ. Here, also here, more solar. Middle 30. Sells off, comes back up Momo hammer style, and bam, off she goes. Still an inside week on this, so we'll see what the afternoon brings for these guys. The problem with the inside day and the SPY is oftentimes things dry up and get worse. All right, let's how what's TAN doing here? Because we're consolidating, and both sides figure out they're not going to take out either side of yesterday's range. Things tend to dry up, so we want to be aware of that. You got TAN here, your solar ETF. If we go to Apple. And Apple stuck in here, but once again on the monthly, the inside, the poke down, the come back up. So the question was here on the weekly, were you going to make a lower low in the weekly? You did not do that. and you did not make a lower low on the daily. Now, it would have been RevStrat day downside if it took it out, but that's not what happened. Off she goes back to the races. If you go to a 60, you'll see this. The inside 60. Now, it's still within the opening range, but it hasn't reversed yet. So far, it went inside up, and it now is still trying to come up. All right, the Qs are flirting with that upside 60, but not expecting too much of all that kind of stuff. You got the burritos, and burritos still here, took out slight lower low, but now here in the monthly, you're going to see this lower middle. Inside month, pokes down, boom. RevStrat month are going to go to new highs above 1346. You're there right now, and you can see in the upper left, this outside bar, then a two down, and boom, back to previous range. This is your broadening formation to take this out, right? And then you've got that monthly help to see if we can get this thing back up to new highs. If we go to Baidu, been talking to this Baidu for a while. And Baidu holding is a 2-bar inside pattern here in the 60, but still going. Like I said, we've been watching these dailies and just new recent highs and the old bright green month, and they used to be somebody much higher in past, so that's always a good thing. If we go to EA, and EA still 2-ing on the daily, not totally running away from here, but you got some inside 60s. And once again, that monthly, the 2 down, the reversal back to previous range in EA. And TTWO, you can watch that without albeit there's your inside day. And ATVI here on that monthly, still doing that. Now, a little quiet on the day for that, but we'll keep an eye on it. Right now, those Qs are trying to take that 60 to the upside. SPY trying to continue here. If we go to Overstock, inside day, upper left, all right? So the good thing was it poked down on the week, I think here. Let me see. 53.95. No, there's still an inside week. So we'll be aware of that because it's still an inside week and an inside month. Right, but that inside day coming back to previous range gets it going. Right, so that's enough to get a good trade going, and we'll see if there's any more to it. All right, SPY trying to go to the highs as I speak right now. If you go to IRTC, and IRTC here, the inside week to the upside. So it gaps down here on the daily, consolidates for the week, and then goes to 312 back up on the week. Over 199.78, trading 211, not bad, right? And that's still good for the rest of the week, and we'll see if we can get an inside 60 or more in here. If we go to SEDG, SEDG, both these inside days were in my video last night if you watched it too. SEDG, inside day here. And what's important here in the monthly, the big shooter on the lower middle, hammer, boom, right back up, 222 continuation, 298.81, trading 312, and we're looking for this, baby. Take it at 317.88. Give me 317.89. And if you go to your 30, you'll see here, right here, they poke down into the lows. There's your 2 down, your 2-2 reversal right here, above 311.05, and there you go. If we go to SIMO. And SIMO, once again, if you look at the lower middle, you see this big shooter, 2 up, 2 down hammer, boom, right back up. You're going to take that out now. You got some more of this stuff. Hopefully we can go after this stuff. Because here you had your consolidation week doing nothing. And now, hopefully the up, sideways measured move and keep going. If you go to the daily 2 days ago, you can see this. The inside day to get you in, and off she goes. So we'll see if that sets up again like this inside 30 for you. If we go to Okta. So here, you're going to see the inside week break. Right now, we're going into new highs. It did its job. Right, when it takes this inside week in the upper middle, it's going to take that out. Right. If you look at the monthly, you're going to see this: the 2 up, the 2 down, boom. Didn't have a lot of magnitude, but once it broke 246.64, we're looking to take this out. Right. 250.118. It did. It's just still going. That monthly, that weekly is still good for the week. Now, here, if you can go 2 up, 2 down, 60. Over 262.79. All right, in the next hour, we'll see what that goes. We got Peloton. And Peloton, still inside of the month, but taking out last week's highs. And so we'll see if that sets up again. They had some news yesterday that took that down, so we'll see if that sets up again. If we go to HEAR here, here, and just having a nice long green bar, and that's what we like to see on our dailies, right? When we come lunchtime, I want nice long green bars. You can see in the monthly, the outside bar, the 3.2. That's still good for the rest of the month, over 22.94 as of right now. If we go to ENPH, and ENPH here, upper middle, the two down by taking out this previous low, the inside week, that's a 2 1 2 reversal, which continues because it's green on all time frames. That's exactly what you want, right? It was a little quick out the chute here, but we'll see if that sets up again. If we go to EXPI, and EXPI doing this, just going into new highs. We know about this because I've talked about it, right? Here, the poke down on the month, the two down, right here, and we knew about this, about 55, 52, trading 71, 77, right? You go to upper middle, you can see the Momo hammer, trap the shorts, boom. Now still going, we'll see if that sets up again for you because you can see on the, to start the day, once again, the outside Momo hammer, 3-2, off to the races. Excuse me, we got Western Digi. And Western Digi just taking out a bunch of this stuff. So if you go to lower middle, here's one of the things that we look for. You'll notice that all of these months are completely at this in this bar's range. That's a problem. But what we do know is ones that oftentimes when that happens, we call that a mother bar, a new price discovery series is going to start. What that means is once you get this lower low and start coming back through here, we're looking to take all this stuff. Guess where it's going? Right there. Now we'll see if that keeps going. So that's how price discovery works, just so you know. CWH, and here's your reversal on the daily. Camping World, 2-2 reversal, back to previous range, that's good. The question here on the weekly, you can be strong enough to go outside week, because on the monthly, you're not really doing much. And so oftentimes, you can take that initial spike like this, then you're gone, right here, inside 60, back down, and just take that money. What's going on here in line person? Okay, GTLS. GTLS, you can see having this outside day, upper left, right? Just been marching up on this weekly, slowly but surely, and we've known about that because I talked about it right here. And one of the good things about when people want to do longer term stuff, you just look for these setups, two up, two down, good to go. Stop myself on bottom of the month, stop myself on bottom of the month, stop myself on bottom of the month, and just walk it right up. And all you're going to have left eventually is just the strongest stocks. If we go to Arvin, Arvin was a gapper, still inside day, so be aware of that, but it's holding its gap here, and it is inside month to the upside. I'm running out of time again. Let's go back to the downside just for a little NTES. If we've been talking about this, we have. Why? If you go to the upper middle, once again, the outside week, the inside week, the outside week, that take that out, back into these broadening formations, still two-ing its way down, and we're still looking to take this out here, 84.88. You're right there. You did it. Did it. And now the next stop here, 82.93 to complete the broadening formation. You see, we're missing out on some of this gang, like some of the big boys still not playing well. Amazon here not doing much, and so this is where people get caught in a vortex. Is what we call a vortex, right? They're just looking at an intraday chart, a very short-term stuff, without realizing that in general, this has spent 5 weeks inside of this week, right? This thing's doing nothing. It's an inside month, right? It's just not participating in any upside. If we go to Google, Goog also not doing much, right? It's still inside weaker, but not participating. Like there's no, with the Qs not getting the old big boy help. We got Tesla coming in here too. Just a tad. Potential outside day. And I'm running out of time, but some more downside you have. Some of the cruise ships, RCL, showing some weakness, taking the inside weak to the downside. You can watch CCL with that, right? See if that goes. How about NCLH? NCLH, and okay, Airbag and Bag. They're holding the bag. Nice IPO you got there, peak. So those guys having some problems. Costco, not really getting hit, but inside day to the downside, so we can pay attention to that to see if it takes out that weekly. Moderna, Marna going after the inside week here, right? And so that's going to be below 147.20. And I'm out of time, but we won't twist. But it's Tuesday, so tonight I record the Strat Attack, and I'm going to talk a lot about this stuff, all the bigger, longer, weekly, and monthly signals, and all that kind of stuff. SPY goes to the highs as I speak. Just be aware of the inside days. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith the Black Channel here at Ticker Talker with the Strat Time Report.